We are back with Amber Emery with the Fargo Public Library to talk about some great book options to have your child read, or even maybe a book that you would like to read with your child. Amber, thank you so much for joining us via Skype today. Great time in the world right now to stay at home and read a book. What kinds of books do you have for recommendations today?
So depending on what age you have, the books that are usually the most popular with school-age kids are funny books. So right now, the ones that we can't keep on our shelves are things like Dog Man by Dave Pilkey, things adventure like the Amulet series. Those are both very big, and those are graphic novels. I always like to push graphic novels because kids really like them, but parents can sometimes be a little hesitant because they think maybe it's not actual reading. And I like to make sure that parents understand that when you're reading a graphic novel, you're not only working on the text, but you're also working on the visual literacy. So there's actually two kinds of literacy there. So some new graphic novels that could be really interesting for school age kids would be something like Cardboard Kingdom, or something like Awkward, which has there's 3 of those. So those are some fun ones as far as graphic novels. One other suggestion that I have for reading right now might be something that something like Percy Jackson, something maybe they've read before, but again, it kind of provides some of that comfort and that hey, this is a character I really love. Harry Potter is another one of those that, even though it's not a new one, it's something that most people have read, it can still provide some of that comfort and stability of saying, here, this is this book and it's still the same.
Oh, I love those ideas. And so it does kind of change. I'm guilty of thinking that some of those books were not appropriate, but you're right. If the kids like it and it gets them excited to read, I need to say whatever you want to read. Any other options as we get up into teenagers?
So in teenage, for what's big in YA, you see a lot of realistic fiction. That's when you start to see things that are about kids, or about teens and experiences and things that they might actually experience in their own lives. So there's a lot of really great realistic fiction out there. And as well as something you see a lot more, you also see quite a bit of fantasy in YA fiction. So that's something that's always been a big, big part of that. Something that, you can see quite a bit too is like dystopian fiction, or even, given current circumstances, a lot of stuff with pandemics and things like that are always very popular. Like zombies, for instance, are still quite popular.
Okay, zombies and pandemics. We're covering all the bases. Amber, it was so great to visit with you today. Thank you so much, and hopefully we've inspired people to pick up a book while they're home self-isolating these days. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Stay with us. Coming up here on North Dakota Today, we're going to visit with some experts over at Sanford Health about a very important topic for the month of March.